Shalom, everyone. I hope that you are doing fabulous. Thanks for joining for a general reading. So I'm just letting you know that I did the cardinal, fixed, and mutable sign readings. They will be down below in the description box. I did them live on my other channel, and so like I said, I'm just jumping in over here to just let you know about them. But I'm also going to do a reading for you all. If you are returning, I appreciate you all so very much. Thank all of you for your kindness that you've shown me in the community section in your comments. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the love and support, even just energetically. It means a lot to me in any way, shape, or form that we can help one another like that in the earth. Thank you. May the Great One bless you. And so if you are returning, or you're not returning, you're new, my name is Shannon, and I'm glad to have you. My channel is very intense. I look at a lot of criminal activity to get the stupidness out of the earth, okay, and to look at it face on and say what it is and not be afraid to say what it is. Some people got their back against the wall about saying what things are, and that's the only way to be set free within the situation. And you and I have to be willing to go within and to look and say, it's either going to eat you up, people, or not. This is what my channel's about. I talk a lot about this kind of stuff all the time, just about every video that I do. It's just a work that I'm called to do, to uproot wickedness and get out of lying mode within the self and denial, and to fix some things, people. It's just time to fix some things. And some people won't, because they're just full of themselves. They're seared. They've done things that are so unethical. And the scripture talks about those types of people. And so we got to go both ways. But if you can hear today, and I can reach one person for the truth's sake, and you're willing to look in the mirror to change something, then great. Thank you for being that way. Teach from that place, okay? That's the only way that you and I are going to make our world a better place. Regardless what the wicked try to do to you and I, it's their judgment day. It may appear that we're going... let me just say this. I watched somebody the other day on the Shabbat, and in the time of prophecy that we are finding ourselves in tribulous times. They brought out a really good point, and it is the truth, and which is that the people that are under God's wrath, and the people that are in the other side of that, just going through hard tribulous times, there's a big difference. It could appear that some people are in some type of God's wrath is upon you. No, some people are really going to face wrath, especially when they leave this earth. Some people are just going through the tribulous time that we just find ourselves in all around the earth. But there is a difference. There's the children of wrath are feeling it, I bet, a lot harder than you and I, because they've lost their mind. They went crazy on the inside. They won't look at the truth. And so Jehovah today, on one of my general readings, was bringing through my spirit that things aren't always as they seem. Don't judge a book by its cover. I don't care. It's something very ugly can turn out to be something very beautiful. Something very beautiful can turn out to be something very ugly. Something very beautiful could be beautiful, and something very ugly could be ugly as well. It's why we have to have our spiritual side of things exercised, in which Jehovah brought that out today in one of the, I think it may be the mutable sign readings, whatever it was. He brought that scripture out, that it profits us to actually have our righteousness exercised more than our bodily, exercising, which, that's good to do that, but spiritual there's just nothing that can touch spiritual exercising, and especially the hour that we live in. And so anyway, just felt like I'd bring that out here. Don't want to get into much more, because I want to get into the reading, but I just wanted to touch on those lines. Just don't judge a book by its cover. Some people are going through really heavy times, but we were told that Christ himself stated, and if you are new, I'm just spiritual, I'm for the truth, and I love Yeshua the HaMashiach, which is the son of the living Elohim, and he told us that they would even throw you out of the synagogues, and they think that they're doing service for me. And that's the Sadducees and the Pharisees and people who really can't see. And they're performing the very things that they're getting behind their pulpits and talking about, and to good-hearted people and thinking, look what I did, God, I did it for you. And I threw them out on the street and everything. And Christ himself sat right there in their face and said, when tribulation comes, they'll even throw you out on the street and they'll think that they're doing God a service. And they're not. This is a disgrace. And there is shame, guilt, and prison on some people in a very big way. And pridefulness is found in a lot of people's hearts today because some people have come and awake to what they've done. It's just like, oh my God, because it's turned into some great, big, huge thing out of it as well. And so we got to walk circumspectly with the great one in truth. The truth is the truth is the truth, and the truth comes by keeping the commandments, like Solomon tells us to do, loving Jehovah with all of our heart, with everything in us, and then loving one another that way. And when we do that, we won't violate one another. But what we're getting through right now are people that have violated, and things being sifted, with some people analyzing, go, okay, I did that, I'm willing to take the responsibility for the thing. And some other people, I know I did that, but I've got pride and I won't do that. So we're seeing a big sifting right now. And within the sifting process, everybody's getting that sifting and falling where we must fall for either uprightness sake, or people having a rude awakening on the other side of that thing, and then they are in a really disgraceful place as far as, like I said, they're the children of wrath getting it. They're being cut out, bundled up, and thrown into the fire in the end of the thing. And then you and I just have to go through the tribulous time within that process itself. So anyway, if you are new, this is kind of what my channel is about. Okay, let's just go ahead and get started on this reading and see what comes out. All right, let me get that fixed there. I won't make this very long since I chit-chatted a little bit longer. Thank you, Jehovah, for clear, precise, defined messages. I just give you all praise, glory, and honor for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I thank you that you are doing a great sifting right now and bringing people through things that we've never even encountered before in the earth, not to this degree. But you do tell us in the scripture that it will never be again after we get to the end of this tribulous time. It's never been like this before, and it never shall be like it again once we finally get to the end. And just help your people, Father, to just walk by faith and not by sight, and just to trust you day and night. And I just thank you for your protection, because outside of you there is no protection, Jehovah. What would you like to bring out for any given person? Okay, we have the Hierophant. So yeah, spiritual matters, like I was talking about. Let's go back to preachers and teachers and mentors and counseling and the spirituality. And it's society, and it's hospitals and healing things. And so we have the little knight coming out here. This is a I want to be fair card. If it's in the upright, this is falling in love as well. This is marriages as well. And so if that's in the upright, great. This is very dreamy type of energy. For some people, this is law involvement within some situations. We'll see what comes out here. Again, I'm not going to make this a very big reading. There's the Emperor. I've seen Empress energies for the next couple of days. There is a connection, but family's been involved, and that's come out the last couple of videos that I've done in the last week or so. Or we've been having that energy actually for quite some time. This big time war energy around society and situations that have gone down. Protection. We've got authority here. We've got empires with the Emperor. We've got somebody who would get up and fight open or shut their door to positive or negative things, given which way this is stubbornness in the negative. But there's some type of a marital thing here going on, and he has a counterpart, and he would get up and he would protect in a very fierce way for all uprightness as well. We have the head, the brain, the eyes. We have somebody who has something. This is I have, and this I am. I am having. And somebody is going to have fairness. Somebody is going to have protection. This is the father figure of the universe more than anything else. This is High Arcana. And this is the second letter of Jehovah's name as well. This is a big time revelation of something. This is the letter Hey. It's the pictograph of the guy with his eyes beholding something and getting a great big sigh within some situation. And it is a spiritual situation that we're finding ourselves in. Give me just a couple more cards, Jehovah, out here within this. So knowing something with the Fool, something has been foolish, something's been signed. The letter T is here as well. This is a clean slate, jumping off the you know, cliff and going at it. This is also aviation, so things with a trip. Somebody knows something about a trip and what somebody has within that trip, within whatever was signed there as well. And somebody went into somebody's door, then they did something. So we do have we had emotional problems coming out real big in the fixed sign energy. We have fixed sign energy and cardinal really coming out real big, and mutable as well. But this is incarceration. This is incarceration. But we did have somebody had some mental situations going on, and it's known somebody's got some mental situation. It's known about incarceration as well, because 2 cards came out in that very same reading: shame, guilt, and prison. Okay, and you know, my hands to find that. That's Jehovah. Somebody gonna go to jail for some stuff. It's just really time for it to take place, okay? To quit protecting the crazies, okay? Because that is a disgrace within some stuff. Something's very much over. We are dealing with older people. Then the emperor is older. This is business. This is business as well, okay? Some wisdom really keeps being brought out on the channel in wording, in meanings of the cards. This is a wisdom card in the Hebrew. It's the letter Shin. It looks like a tooth, and so the teeth represent spiritually for us wisdom, and so there's some type of wisdom out here. The older woman card also came out in those readings, representing wisdom or somebody of high regard there this week, in some type of, you know, something needs to be closed out with it, with wisdom. There's shame, guilt, and prison. It's known about what somebody did. Justice needs to be served, will be served, because of some stupid thing that's went down. It's been just absurd. However you say it. Anyway, we have all-consuming fire here as well, one of the meanings of the world card. There's a reward coming with the world card as well. Travel was real big as well, so aviation. We also had something about a pilot or something like that that came out. This is some type of a travel, so somebody's known all around the world and traveling. Because we also had local talent, or somebody was just known. The sun was there. That's governmental things as well. It's right up in your face. It's fame and glory, stuff like that. What do you want to bring out here, Jehovah? You just speak on so mightily as you do. And we kept having the boss come out and stuff like that. There's a boss here. This also is a boss card as well. This is my integrity card. So thank you, people that are upright in the earth and have an integrity. And you are standing in the truth. You have your spirituality. You know how to get a download, how to get a revelation, and exercise yourself in righteousness and stuff like that. Because that's what the letter Hey represents, okay? So an airline pilot is going to come out. People like, this is Jehovah's work. There ain't no way out of all these cards that I keep picking. This is like 3rd time now, and it's for the next couple of days. Something happened within a trip on an airplane where somebody flew, then I guess so, or you know, we had Chariot there as well, so it could be any kind of travel, but it is here. Or you're a pilot. Obviously, it says airline pilot, so pilot is involved. We have hospitals here. It's something to do with dialysis is also here. A fugitive is here. We had FBI come out in wording as well in those readings. So we do have some type of flight also here. So if we got a fugitive on an airplane even right now, something may already be known about it, or something's over now about it, or somebody's having to use their intuition because of somebody's crazy as well. That was really coming out. There's a big time mental issue or emotional problems going on around somebody. So people really need to use their intuition around some people then. But there is something about flight energy here with the fugitive, because they take flight, they flee. So something is out here because there's prison, there's incarceration. It came out again in the fixed sign reading in 2 word cards. Okay, something about I release you. Well, somebody got fired because some warish type of energy and something really went down, then so be it. Otherwise, if somebody's finally just going to let go of something and have a new beginning, then great. They need to do that. There's some type of a covering for a knife or a sword. All right, so, and this also is making reference to your body, the sheth for the soul as well. And some people lost their soul, unfortunately. Something about better late than never. Well, you'll catch these people. You deal with a street smart person within something than you are. My family loves you. Now, we have family situations. For some people's family don't. Some people's family is fighting over a connection, or did. Or if there's a third outside party within that connection, then fine. But somebody's family does love somebody. and the boss knows something. Again, we had the word boss come out. I love you, Jehovah. Something about the school. A school energy. So we have this can go back to teachers and mentors and things like that. Something about a school is here. A security energy is here and trying to secure something. The Four of Pentacles also came out in one of those readings as well. As if somebody has been trying to secure something, then they have been holding on with all they have. And some people have been put out because some crazy freak done something. Let's just take a rune, and this will be all right. Well, I had several runes that came out. Give me just a second to pick them up. I'll just pause it because I got to go on the floor and get them. Okay, so sorry about that. My hands. We have the CH, the Q, and the X, and then we have the hail. In the fixed sign reading, we had the hangman there twice. And I stated that in that reading and in another original reading, the hangman came out twice in one of those readings. So there is sacrificial things, just energetically, physically, emotionally, spiritually, that has really went down. The hangman is turning yourself up around every direction, trying to figure out what to do. But it's also a crazy card. Somebody had some mental problems and emotional situations going on. So that's here. It's a sacrifice rune that is coming out here. We have a caution. Okay, again, some type of needing to be cautious, especially if somebody's got a covering of a knife and there's some type of airline pilot and a flight out here and a fugitive around some situation. Okay, so there's been damages. There's been children that have been unexpected within pregnancy situations. Initially, they didn't want the birth of the baby, and something went down with that. Okay, so this is the letter H. We have H connections out here. Okay, somebody hates somebody as well. Well, yes, and that's why war occurs. That's why war occurs. Okay, some people do things and then they don't want to look in the mirror, and then they try to do whatever, and it turns into some stupid hatred thing. Then I guess so. Somebody may have hats or different hats or something like that with the HT as well. HD, again, somebody's known. Okay, if we're dealing with HD TV type of energy, then you know that energy that possibly is out here. Anyway, the S, the D, the T, and a couple of H connections, and then the CH, the Q, and the X. You're doing with your X or something to do with checks with the phonics out here. This is a secret. Some type of secret is here. It's the 13th rune. If we want to take that to the house of Scorpio, that's the FBI energy that was coming up within some matter. Okay, there's been somebody that's been in magic. Okay, and putting their spells on people. That's craziness. Okay, especially if they're turned upside down. This one of the meanings of the Hierophant is the rights to sacrifice. And we got sacrificing now. You don't have the right to sacrifice children, people. You're freaks. Okay, why did you get to live? Why didn't you get sacrificed as a child? Did you have blemish on you? And if you had a blemish on you and you weren't, it wasn't a great thing for you to be honorable, to be sacrificed. And what gives you the right to sacrifice then a child? I mean, you should be out. Okay, that's craziness. I don't care who you are, what you live for, and you make somebody else die that's innocent where children are. That's crazy. That's just craziness. So we got people into that stupidness, and that's why they went crazy, because they're seared like the scripture says. There's been a mystery around something as well here, and for a long time there's just been silence within some secret that's been here, but something's over, and something is going to be known as well, because the energy of the sun was there, and that's something right up in your face within something. This is, I know, something is known and will be known, because there is a victory to something. Okay, so anyway, that we got some type of a fugitive out here. So people, if you are traveling this week, maybe on an airline flight or something, you just need to use your intuition. Okay, until next time, shalom.